Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Screen Seekers. My name is Jake, and I'm joined once again by
Alex.
Alexa.
Alex.
Yeah, it's a nice day.
It's been a lot of nice days
lot of
recently.
nice days.
The last couple of weeks has been sun out.
I think the best podcasts start with the weather.
Yeah, so
Right.
that's why we're inside.
So what's the
because
forecast
we
for the
don't
next 7
we don't
days?
we don't like the sun.
That's true.
Probably sun for the next 7 days.
Should we
sun,
do like
sun?
like there should be like our 50th if we get to 50. It should just the only special thing about it is we do it like outside.
Our 50th Screen Seekers.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It'll be it'll be next summer.
Right.
Maybe the summer after that.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not excited about that at all, but
Why not? It'd be great. Anyway,
we're here today to talk about two things mainly. As you may or may not have listened to the last podcast episode, we've started to kind of relax a bit on the games and the quizzes and all that nonsense, and just have more of an actual discussion about things. And we actually have some discussion points today, and that is the Nintendo Switch 2 reveal, which was revealed. All the details has been made public about its launch, when it's coming out, how much, what games come with it, hardware, etc., etc. We're going to go through that, see what we think, and also then wrap up with I think a sort of review and discussion on the Minecraft movie, called a Minecraft movie. Actually, do you know why it's called a Minecraft movie and not like the Minecraft movie or Minecraft movie?
Probably because they're gonna do other stuff.
Apparently, according to I think it was
either
a producer or some head honcho, they said that they didn't want to make a film that was like the story of Minecraft, like the lore of the game. Do you know what I mean?
It's
like
just one.
It's just a story that happens to be in that world.
It just allows you to make as many as you want, because this is a Minecraft movie.
Yes.
Rather than the Minecraft movie.
Yeah.
So this is a Minecraft movie. So is this. So is this.
So what's the next one? Is it another Minecraft movie? So
it could just be the same title.
That's
a Minecraft movie.
Confusing as hell.
That'll be weird.
I think Minecraft movie 2, right?
No, because it's not the Minecraft movie.
That's true. Who knows? Anyway, I'm sure we'll get to that. At the time recording, it's been out
it'll probably be called a Minecraft movie subheading.
Yeah.
And then like an actual title,
Maybe.
I think that's how they'll do it. Because then so what would you call this film? Just put a Minecraft movie. The title of the film.
What was Lego Movie actually called?
2.
Was it called The Lego Movie? Or
it was the Lego. I think it was the Lego Movie 2.
It is the Lego Movie, the second part.
The second part.
The second part. I was just thinking if it was called a Lego Movie, like what did they do for that? But it's not. Anyhow, so we've talked quite a few times about what we think the Switch 2 was going to be, and we had some predictions on it, and now we kind of know everything. They did a big presentation that I watched, and what was quite funny about it is that I watched it live and the audio was horrifically out of sync.
Oh, really?
And I was worried. It was not worried, but I was like, shit, is this me? It wasn't. It was their stream. It was out of sync.
Really? Oh my God.
So what you had to do was what I do, which I, about 15-20 minutes in, I was like, right, let's try going on the UK version. And it was better. It wasn't like perfect.
What version were you on then?
The US one, the US stream. So I assume it was just I don't know, like I don't know if like traffic effects, like amount of people watching.
Yeah.
There was I think 1.5 million people roughly watching.
Which is stupid.
When it came out. They did a presentation and they didn't actually have all the answers in that presentation, but then afterwards there was things that came out about like the price and obviously the pre-orders and stuff like that. So Switch 2 is basically exactly what we thought it was going to be. It's just a Switch. It's another Switch with the basic specs is that it's just got a bigger screen, a better screen than the original Switch, but not as good as the OLED. It's got obviously more power in it. I think it's roughly, they said, the same performance as a PS4 Pro, roughly. It still uses like the dock. It's still got the Joy-Cons. The Joy-Cons can now be used as mice.
Yeah.
So you can put them down. You can use them as mice. That's kind of the gimmick of the.
Is that the gimmick?
Yeah.
Because like, but surely you need like a surface to put the like. Is it to play on the table and then
To use as a mouse? Yeah. Apparently it can
you
go
have
on
like,
lots of materials,
down.
but yeah, you as long as you. What basically?
That's
so
kind of
you
stupid.
got the Joy-Con. You don't click a button. You don't do anything. You just literally go like that. I'm turning it in my hand for audio listeners, which is the only listener. You turn in your hand and then you put it down.
Because I don't really understand where you would use that though.
They showed it in 2 games. One was like their sort of launch gimmick game, which is like, here's the thing working, and it was a basketball game but with wheelchairs, and you would have to roll them along. Like you have to do that,
Yeah.
You've seen Paralympic sort of basketball, whatever.
So
that's kind of how
you can
they used
only
it.
play it with the mouse down way.
Yeah. In that game, yeah. And then the other example they showed off was in Metroid. You can play full with mouse controls, aiming and stuff. So that was the 2 examples they showed off. I believe that was the only cases to use that. Apparently it works well, but it's still weird because people have said it's not a mouse, it's a Joy-Con. So it's weird holding it.
Well, yeah, but it's kind of also like, where do you use it? Like if you're sitting at a table, why are you not playing the Switch 2 normally like you would a Switch?
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I get that.
And
then so it's
selling point.
It's just basically one of the big features we talked about. There was a mystery button called the C button, which nobody knew what it was about, and they unveiled it as chat button, game chat. You click it and you can bring up basically other people's games. Like you can watch them play their games, like stream to you while playing your own game. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be in the same game. You could all be playing different games. And they also showed off there's a camera they're launching, and you can do camera, and there's a mic on the Switch and shit like we've seen before. But
they want to listen to you and listen to what you're playing, your reviews of it as you're playing.
Yeah, they're listening in. They're like, shit.
This is a great Mario Kart. We want more Mario World. Okay, that's the second one.
Yeah, write that down, John. Other hardware launching with it is a new Pro controller, which luckily the old one will work with the new Switch, thank God, because those controllers are brilliant.
A Pro controller?
Expensive. Yeah, like a proper...
like,
like
the one you have.
Yeah. There's a new one coming out, which the main features is that it has little buttons on the back pedals.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, like I said, the camera, the new Joy-Cons, they're pretty much like, apart from the mouse thing, they got better vibration. I think that's about it. Obviously, you can buy all the case and shit like that with it.
Isn't it like 120 frames per second?
Yeah, it can go up to 120 frames per second on handheld mode.
Yeah.
And it can go 4K at 60 frames per second on the TV.
Damn.
So not bad. Like that's pretty good. Yeah, so that's kind of the console. It's for me, I'm like, it's always exciting having new hardware, but it's a bit less exciting because it is just another Switch.
Well, yeah.
But it's cool that, it's more powerful and everything, and apparently it's premium. The Joy-Cons, apparently they click onto the side with magnets now, which apparently is much nicer than like the slotty thing at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, I'm honestly just more excited to see what they do next, other than Switch. Like, what's their next big thing?
Switch all the way, baby. They ain't gonna be doing anything else.
They're gonna just do Super Switch next, because it was
they
called the Super
apparently
Switch.
they purposely didn't call it Super Switch, Super Nintendo Switch, because they thought it would confuse. I think we said this as well. Like, it would confuse buyers.
Oh yeah.
About
like
what it actually is, because it does look like a Switch, and if you were a parent, you'd probably be like, which one is this? Like, is this the right one I need? Like, because obviously it's going to be exclusive games. So yeah. Anyway, that's like the base thing. So it will play Switch One games, and they pretty much said every game apart from like one or two. So it'll play all Switch One games.
That's pretty cool.
And it will either play it normally, it will play it. Some games are offering a free update, which will basically it'll play better. It'll be smoother, like Zelda. Both Zelda games are getting Switch 2 versions, which is very nice because that might be finally a reason for me to play them properly rather than just 40 hours. And I think it's 45 hours. And then there is like new versions of the game which have like new content that they're charging for.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. Comes at 256. Yeah, I think it's 250. That's a very specific number. I just came in my head, but I'm sad like that. It's got like 250 gigs of storage, which was much better than the original, which had 60.
60.
I think.
To be fair, like
the games aren't big.
Whenever I was installing a game, I would have to like
delete something.
Delete something.
Oh really?
Yeah, because my storage was full.
Yeah.
And it was like because I think the Pokemon games are quite big because they're open world, like, and Zelda.
That makes sense.
Zelda's quite big.
Yes.
I think it's like 20 gigs maybe.
The cartridges are also, they got bigger storage sizes now as well, so hopefully it'll just all, because Cyberpunk is coming to Switch 2, which is apparently they've managed to squeeze it onto a 64 gig card, which is mental. But and the developer said it took 7 weeks to get a Switch 2 version, which is quite quick.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the, I guess it's coming out June 6th or 7th, something like that.
Yeah.
Really close. And it's coming out in the UK for 395, is it, or something like that? 99 or something. It's like 390 something. 390 something.
290.
300. 395 or 399 or something like that. That's the price of it. Or you can get the Mario Kart edition, which just comes with Mario Kart, and it's 430.
Have you seen? I don't know if it's true. I assume it is, but Japanese language only ones which are like much cheaper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is quite funny.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
I mean, it's and also they haven't got to pay for like, I guess, exports and things like that. And,
makes you want to learn Japanese. Makes people want and save that dollar.
Well, I saw the what was it called?
Duolingo one.
Duolingo. I was gonna say Dua Lipa, but that's not right. That's someone else. And yeah, they were like, learn Japanese, everyone. Save you like $100 or whatever. Obviously, the US. So they've announced pre-orders are live, I think, this week properly. I think retailers have already started it. But if you go on, like, if I go on Amazon now, they're not available. I did actually sign up for a wish, like an interest thing, where like they'd notify me if it became available.
Is it available because they're not taking them yet, or
it's kind of a bit of both. I think they're kind of unsure. But then I got an email being like, "Sorry, we weren't able to get you an invitation to pre-order, but it's going live soon." And then it just says currently unavailable, so I don't know whether they've sold out or whether they haven't even arrived. I think Game have got them, and Argos. Nintendo have said that they're more ready for stock, and we said this before.
Oh yeah.
But obviously the US, if you are listening to our podcast in the US, which is definitely possible.
It's happened before.
Then unfortunately, at the time of recording, you are kind of stuck because Nintendo, after waiting so long to release their new console, unfortunately released it at the same time that Trump announced massive tariffs increases. Couldn't have happened at a worse time. Literally happened overnight between them announcing it, pre-orders are going live on this date, to go and no, they're not, because we are worried about how this is going to affect our plans on launching.
Is it still 450 in the US, or is it going to go up? Because I knew that was it initially.
Yeah, it's 450 in the US. I guess there's a chance it could go up. I doubt it. But it could actually no, I don't doubt. I think it could go up if they needed to. And apparently, the tariffs and things and.
But I
don't know.
one of the nuts things to me, I was looking at how much the Switch sold, and since its launch, it's sold 150 million.
Yep.
Now, if the Switch 2 does that at that price, that's like 44 billion pounds. That's insane.
I don't think it will do as good as
That's
Switch One,
insane.
and I think one reason is that it's Switch 2, so not many people are gonna want to upgrade because it's the same console.
Yeah.
I think COVID helped the Switch incredibly. Like the sales skyrocketed during COVID,
Yeah.
which I think was just that's what happened. So I think there's some things that the Switch 2 can't quite do, and the price as well, obviously.
And that's also without game sales. That's just the console sales.
Yeah. So you imagine that each user is at least buying 3 games, I'd say, on their lifetime, right? At least the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Talking of games, they showed off their kind of big launch title is Mario Kart World. I was thinking, how could they make a better Mario Kart than Mario Kart 8? What could they do? This game looks sick. I can't wait.
Yeah,
It looks... So it's basically... The basic kind of new thing of it is that it's no longer, like, lap-based. There is, I think, laps in it. But it's now about... The big push is, like, you drive from each course. So you race around whatever,
like, kind of like
snowy
one lap,
mountain, and then you drive to the next one.
Yeah.
And it's like, seamless. Obviously it's got more characters than ever. It's got like costumes. It's got open world. You can just drive around apparently now. Just around the open world. You don't have to go on courses or whatever. You can just drive around and, I guess probably find collectibles and stuff like that. It's got returning items, including the big mushroom, which I love. I used to play that on the Wii. That's great fun. And then smaller changes, which we won't go into because, it's kind of the minutiae of things. But one of my favorite modes, which looks really exciting, is like a knockout mode where it's 24 racers now, which is insane. Like Mario Kart 8 is 12, and that feels like chaotic. 24, but in like the knockout mode, you go from each track to track, and you hit checkpoints, which is like you must come 12th or whatever or above to keep going.
Yes.
That sounds so fun. Looks great. Obviously, they showed it off, and people were like, "This looks awesome." And then after the presentation, there was these kind of not rumors, but they were like sort of fake information. They weren't quite clear of the game was going to be 80 quid or $80 or whatever you say. The reality is a bit better. I think retailers are doing it for about 66, 67 is what I've seen. What I've had a quick look online, and that's what they're sort of selling it. But they've said that Mario Kart World is kind of the exception. Not all games are going to be like that, but they're like, this game's a big one. And obviously they want people to buy the Switch 2 Mario Kart edition because it's cheaper to buy Mario Kart with it. Did you see any of the Mario Kart stuff, or
no, I saw only like the characters and stuff.
Looks very fun.
Yeah.
And then a couple of other games, Metroid, which they want again. We said before they want I think they want Metroid to be their next big thing. Looks good.
It's quite a weird one to go for, though. I think.
Yeah, it's not a launch title, which I think is wise actually, because if they would have put this up against Mario Kart, it would have died. They haven't got a date for that yet, which is weird. It's been in development. How that game has for about 11 years.
Really?
I think it got announced about 8 years ago, like at a presentation like Metroid Prime 4.
What for? Like I assume Switch.
But
then
and then it got changed. It changed developers. It went completely back to the start, like it's been through. But it ended up being given back to the developers of the first trilogy the original games. I've got the remaster. I'm thinking of giving it a go because I haven't actually played. I've got
Metroid
it,
Prime.
and I have not played.
I played the some of the original on GameCube. It was really good. It was really fun.
Speaking of GameCube.
Yeah.
GameCube is also coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. It's part of the online membership, which currently is still ridiculously cheap. I think they're going to raise that shit because it's still, you can get it for about £30 for a year, which is
Yeah.
really good. You get a lot for that. And now they're adding in GameCube. I think it's 4 games launching, and that's Wind Waker, FG0, whatever it's called, racing game.
So it's not
Soul
all of them.
Calibur, and there's one other game, and then they're gonna add them
They
over
just
time.
They just add over time.
They showed some, and they got Mario, that soccer game. Have you ever played that? Super Strikers or whatever it's
No,
called.
I don't think so.
That game is awesome. I think that could become a game that we don't stop playing.
Yeah.
I remember playing it over my mates when I was quite young, and I'm not a soccer fan, but it was so. I just said soccer. I'm not a football
God,
fan. I'm getting in that
American.
US mind space. I'm not yet, but I remember it because obviously it's like football, but you play as Mario and you've got
Yeah.
like abilities and shit, and you know, we love Rocket League.
That sounds really cool.
Who knows? Maybe it could be fun.
Oh,
I think the only
that's great.
sad thing about this is that because they've said like Wind Waker is coming, it don't look like we're getting a remake of that or like a remaster or whatever of Wind Waker, which
Yeah, they.
I've always wanted to play, but
I assume because I don't know how well the new Zelda sold, but Breath of the Wild, after Breath of the Wild did so well,
yeah.
I guess they'll just focus on more on new games. I guess for that.
There's been so many
guess.
rumors about Zelda, but I don't know if any of them are true. One's that they're doing a remake of Ocarina of Time,
Yeah.
which would be the second remake. So I don't know if they've done that, but
Am I making this up? And when I say they're doing a film or something? Of
yeah,
Zelda,
Legend of Zelda
action.
film.
Yeah,
Yeah,
live
it's
action.
live action, which is again, why would you be doing that? We'll come to the Minecraft movie after, but why would you do that? Apparently, they're seeing it as the start of a trilogy. We don't know anything about it really,
No,
other than
yeah.
the director of the Kingdom of the Planet Apes and the Maze Runner films. 2027. Yeah, I think Zelda. They'd be stupid not to, like you said, keep releasing Zelda games
Oh yeah,
like every
absolutely.
year. Like,
I
I think they need to get one out every year.
What I'm surprised that, like you said, their focus on you think their main focus would be to get Metroid Prime to be their next thing
Yeah,
rather than Zelda.
I think Zelda's like set though. I think that's like
I
they
guess
don't
so.
need to
Yeah.
touch it
Yeah, I suppose so.
because the Zelda game came out last year. Do you know that?
Did it?
And you get to play as Zelda. That was the gimmick. You get to use your Zelda.
Wait, no, because there was that like 2D one, and then there was the like ages ago, I think, a couple of years ago, and then there was the sequel to Breath of the Wild. Is that what you're talking about? Sequel?
Tears of the Kingdom, which came out
Yeah,
2
Tears of
years
Kingdom.
ago, and then last year they brought out. I'm really struggling on what it's called. It's The Legend of Zelda. I want to say Wishmaker, but that is definitely Wisdom something. Something of hang on, let me. I could just Google it, guys. I'm not like
Yeah,
Zelda.
he's got a computer in front of him.
Echoes of Wisdom. There you go.
Ooh,
That was the game released last year.
No, I
Yeah, it's a
haven't heard of
GameCube.
that.
Very excited. Yeah, it's like it's kind of like. Have you ever seen like the sort of 2D, 3D, where like the camera's up here and like they're
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
it was a 2D one.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they're not quite 2D, but they're like
I think
3D or whatever.
yeah. I think I've seen like
They've done a
poster
couple of
and
them
stuff.
now. Yeah, they did a remake of an old game. They've done a couple. Yeah, GameCube, very exciting. They got a new GameCube controller, which is pretty sick. That's wireless. Apparently, you know, it's exactly the same as a GameCube controller, which is pretty sick. And yeah, the only other thing, a Donkey Kong game got announced.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
They
Weird
trivia,
Bananas are.
Nintendo have never made a Donkey Kong game.
They have, haven't they? But it's been like 20 years or something.
I could be
Was it-
wrong, but I'm pretty sure they've them themselves an internal studio
Oh,
have never
right,
made a
okay.
Donkey. They've always given it to a different studio to make.
But
So this is their
them.
first. This is by the Mario Odyssey team. Apparently, we
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
for certain. Do you know? But Nintendo, right? I don't know whether it's like Japan or whatever, or just Nintendo. Like, imagine you go and watch a film. It's coming out,
Mhm.
and there's no studio logos at the start.
Yeah.
So you're like, who's made this?
Yeah.
There's no like director or anything, and even in the credits, it doesn't say like the studio. That's how Nintendo treats their games, and it's really weird. Like nobody ever knows what game made their game, because obviously you say, "Oh, Nintendo makes Mario," but they've got like loads of little studios within
Yeah,
Nintendo.
I get, but I
It's
guess
just so they're so strange about it. It's quite.
I
It's
guess
weird.
that's a really good way to do it though, because like unless you're like studios and stuff, you think, oh, who made Mario? It's obviously Nintendo, and you think Nintendo,
Yeah,
rather than a studio. Oh, I'll go to that studio's games. They might make other games like PS4
That's
games.
very
or
true,
something,
yeah.
You know? So you don't want that.
no.
You want, oh, it's Nintendo. Let's go
That's
for
all you need,
Nintendo
yeah.
games rather than other games that the studio makes.
That's true, and I think
So it is really clever.
I think yeah, because especially when you've got like the sort of B teams that are making like I don't know, there was a Princess Peach game out right last year, was it, or the year before? Like that's clearly not meant to be this massive game, but it's Nintendo. That's all you need to do, isn't it? It's a Nintendo game. You don't need to know that a tiny team worked on it or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a seal of sort of quality, isn't it?
Because the thing is, if you put a studio on it and say you Google the studio and they've done terrible games or whatever, it's not going to sell as much.
Yeah.
But if you've just got Nintendo, it's going to sell.
Yeah.
Whether it's a good game or
I think
not.
that's exactly. I think you're right there. I think
it's
that's
it's
why.
just too much of a brand, too big a brand, and like in your face.
But yeah, Donkey Kong game. It's a 3D Donkey Kong game. You basically do what you do with Mario, apart from you smash loads of shit up.
Yeah.
I'm like Donkey Kong's not really. I don't think he's that big of a deal. I don't know. But
No. Yeah.
I want to be. I guess I'd like to be proven wrong, but
It might be a good game.
I think that was kind of it, really. With this, I can't unless I'm missing some big things. But
Was there any Pokemon?
oh,
announcement?
they showed off like
ZA?
ZA, and there's a Switch 2 version coming on launch. Still no date for that.
Oh, is it?
weirdly.
Are they still going for it being a Switch game?
Yeah, it's both.
It's both.
Yeah, but
Backwards
Switch 2
compatible.
will have obviously it'll be better.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of it. I think. What's your sort of takeaway from all that then? As someone that
I
doesn't
mean,
really play Switch. I mean, I don't play Switch either.
I'm probably not going to get one.
Ever, or
Probably not. It depends.
is it? So there's nothing that would.
Because Switch games don't really come down in price,
That's
nor
true.
the console. So you're probably either going to get one or you're not.
There was nothing that would persuade you.
No. I don't think so.
That's fair.
Don't think so. It depends. Unless they have like, but in like 3 years' time, they've got like so many good games.
What about what was
Like-
it? Golden Silver remake.
Yeah, Golden Silver remake. I would, but if they did that, then I would imagine it would come on the Switch store as well, because it seems they're backwards compatible. So
Yeah.
I'll just get the game.
It's obviously it's a
Um,
risk they're doing Mario Kart World as a Switch 2 exclusive in a way, but they need something to sell that console.
Oh yeah, you need exclusives.
If they didn't have Mario Kart World, if Mario Kart World was on Switch as well,
Yeah,
Switch 2 is being sent out to die.
yeah,
So
yeah.
they needed something.
If all your games are like backwards compatible, then it's like
Oh, they also announced a Kirby air racing game, which apparently is like a cult classic back in the day. And
Kirby.
it's being done by the same team, well, the same guy who did Smash Bros.
yeah.
So yeah, there's that little niche bit of trivia for you.
Damn.
Yeah, with me, I'm like, I do like new tech, and it's been a long time since I got any new console. I think even if I financially could definitely afford it, I would still be like, do I really need it? Do I really want it?
Why are you gonna pre-order one though?
I don't know.
So if you get an email, it's like pre-order now.
There's
it's gonna,
that, yeah, but
you have
that's
5 minutes.
yeah, that's the worst part of it is this idea of like almost this fear of
But the thing is,
Of-
like
a stock sort of thing.
say you're unsure, you're unlikely then to buy it in the next month or so, and by that time the stock would probably be,
Yeah.
if they are truly like, oh, we're, most prepared, even if they run out of stock, they'll
Yeah,
be on it.
I also I don't know exactly, I haven't checked, but I imagine that most of these pre-orders that are going live on these stores will require money up front of some amount
Oh yeah,
just to like lock in that pre-order, because obviously so many people are going to go pre-order and then never buy it if they don't have any money invested in it,
well, like pay
like a deposit.
monthly or
No, like a deposit. Because like if you
or do you think people will like buy it and then cancel it Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. I think the deposit protects it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because like I think they usually do it for consoles. Because if you pre-order like anything on Amazon, you never get charged until when it's dispatched.
yeah,
So it would be kind of stupid if they did that with the Switch 2, because so many people are going to pre-order it and then not go through with it.
yeah.
So I reckon that's what they're going to do. But yeah, that's all the Switch 2 stuff. It's kind of crazy. It's unprecedented that they've announced a console is coming out in less than 2 months. That's bonkers.
Yeah. I like
June.
that.
Actually,
I
no,
like
April, May. Yeah, June. Yeah, 2 months.
Because I do find it really stupid. I think I might have said it before. Like, what's the point? I think it was with the Alien Isolation.
Yep.
What's the point
in
announcing it when it's 6 years away?
Yeah.
Obviously, you said for investors and stuff,
Yeah.
which makes sense. But it's like, just do that privately.
Yeah.
But why announce it globally unless you're like, here it is.
Nintendo do that with all their things now. They've gotten into the rhythm of like, oh, here's a new Mario game. It's coming out in 3 months.
Yeah, that's great. They know what they're doing.
And according to the I don't know what he is, some president, again a big wig of Rockstar, that's what they're doing with GTA,
Yeah.
which is pissing everyone off. All the other companies are pissed off because they're like, we've got games we want to get out, and you won't tell us when GTA's out. We're like, we don't want to put our game out, and GTA's like,
yeah,
sorry, we're building hype here. You know, we'll do what we damn want.
yeah, because that's what you got to do. You got to hype people up and then give them while they're hyped. Otherwise, you'll just lose some sales.
The president guy said that this is he reckons it's the most anticipated piece of media
GTA
ever.
6.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
says like unprecedented amount of hype and anticipation,
Yeah.
and I think he's right.
Yeah.
So I guess they can do what they want.
It'd be so funny if the game's shit. I kind of want them to make it purposefully
There's
shit.
no way on planet Earth that game's coming out and it's shit. No way. Nah, I would eat my shoe.
It would be so funny though. It would be so funny. like we know it's a shit game. We're not telling. We're hyping it up. We're like, this is the best game ever.
It's like, why aren't you telling
And
us
it's-
things?
and it's like-
Excitement.
and
No.
everyone's like, no, this is just a game. You know, I'm not gonna play it. GTA 5 is way better, and they've just earned. They've got like
They earn their profit like that.
they've got 50
They're gonna
billion.
They're gonna earn their profit like
yeah.
within hours.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
ridiculous. Also, one thing I forgot to mention about the Switch 2 is the shite battery life it has.
Really?
Apparently 4 hours on handheld mode, obviously, which is a bit
Yeah.
shit.
Hopefully the charging dock's a bit better. Mine's shit.
The charging,
Yeah.
the dock.
Yeah, because my controllers don't charge really properly.
It's a bit of flimsy thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the way they charge is stupid, but I think that's going to stay the same. So yeah, that's it for the Switch 2. If you're listening, let us know if you're planning on getting it.
Yeah.
I think Mario Kart Tour is like, for me, I love Mario Kart so much, and it's been a long time since the last one, and I'm very excited.
Mario
for
Kart
this
Tour.
I keep saying Mario Kart Tour. That's the mobile game.
Oh, that's
Mario Kart
I
World,
thought
sorry.
I thought that was going to be the next one. Mario Kart Tour.
I think they
and
would have
then
liked to
Mario
call it
Kart
Tour,
World Tour.
but they did a mobile game called Mario Kart Tour. It's the ones in Mario Kart 8, you know, when the maps change. You know, when you play it and like all of a sudden you're turning left and so, like there's
Yeah.
the map. That's the Tour ones.
Oh, what a waste.
So yeah. Anyhow, is there anything you'd like to bring up today, or should we go into Minecraft? Or is there anything you want to?
We can go into Minecraft if you want.
So we've got kind of nice perspectives in a way here because we've both played Minecraft.
Well,
Hang on, now so I was going to say different perspectives. I've played it for... God, I remember watching YouTubers play it back when it was on PC only, and it was like in beta. And I bought it. I managed to... It was like my first PC game I bought, and it just wouldn't run on my computer because my computer was crap.
yeah.
And then used to play it quite a bit, and then when it came onto Xbox 360, it was like a really big deal because it was like the first big PC game that was coming to Xbox, and you could do split screen, and it worked on a controller. 2011 this was, to remind you.
2011.
Yeah.
What? Minecraft
But
came out?
Minecraft came out on 360. Yeah.
That was 360.
Played it quite a bit for those first sort of 5 years, I'd say. Used to play it, at sleepovers and things like that, and with friends, and also a lot on my own. And then kind of went off it a bit, and we used to pick it up now and again and do some fun creative things on it.
Yeah.
Not the survival, but the creative mode. And yeah, so I've always loved Minecraft, but I haven't played it much really over the last couple of years. Now, I've seen it. I've seen a Minecraft movie. You work in a cinema,
Yeah.
so you've seen the outside of people watching Minecraft movie.
Yeah. I mean.
So what I guess for you over the last couple of days, have you noticed, is this all this nonsense, like TikTok viral trends of throwing shit, and all, is that
Oh yeah.
has that happened?
Yeah.
In your cinema?
100%. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I personally haven't seen it,
Right.
but the thing is, you can't see those things. Like.
Is it bad enough for like your boss or someone to be like to sort of preempt a bit or pre-warn?
Yeah, well, like we know it's gonna happen, but it's like the thing is, you can't really do anything about it because once it's happened, it's happened.
Yeah.
You can't be like, oh, they're gonna do it, but you can't be sure they're gonna do it because who's gonna do it? And it's like
It's hard to control that sort of thing, isn't it?
It's well, the thing is, it shouldn't have to be controlled. It's just moronic and idiotic. It's just a stupid generation.
If you were living under a rock, can you explain kind of what this thing is? Why is it cause outrage in cinemas?
I don't know.
No, as in like literally, like
What do you mean?
like the TikTok-y shit. Like what
I mean,
is it?
I don't know what it really is.
So it
but
was basically like a collection of clips right from the film. which
Yeah,
was
I
Jack
imagine
Black
so,
doing
yeah.
these weird line reads of these words, the lines from the film, and yeah, just some influencers obviously got hold of it and turned it into some sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah. I imagine it's like
The Minion thing, but sort of more chaotic. You know, when everyone dressed as like in suits and shit.
yeah.
You see Minions?
Apparently, yeah. People have been dressing in suits as well
Right.
for this, but
course they have.
it's like I thought it was because the minions do actually wear suits, but what was it with Minecraft?
Or like Barbenheim, wasn't it? That was
what's like yeah, but Barbenheimer crowd didn't throw popcorn.
That's
and
true.
They're like
They were sophisticated,
sophisticated.
proper adults.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I feel sorry for like. I mean, it didn't. When I watched it, it was dead. Like there was 7 people in there, and it was like any other normal experience. I do feel sorry for obviously any families that go and watch. Just gonna go and watch Minecraft movie because their kids want to watch it.
And the kids are throwing popcorn everywhere and they're watching TikTok. I feel sorry for them. Feel sorry for those adults.
I was gonna say I feel sorry for like the family if other people are doing that, but yeah, I guess that's another.
It's like what your kids are gonna turn into with their friends.
So yeah, this film's it was directed by Jared Hess, who did. Have you ever seen Nacho Libre?
No, I've heard of it. Though.
Heard of it? Yeah, that's the only film I know from. It's been in development for quite a long time. The premise of this film, I think, is the stupidest thing you could have possibly done with the franchise.
Yeah.
I've seen it. It's not the worst film. It's not good. It's one of the most ugly films I've ever seen.
I thought it would be fun.
It's fun. Like it's fun enough to, especially with your mates, or just to appreciate for what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's never gonna be good. It's never gonna have a story.
No,
because it's Minecraft. Minecraft doesn't have a story, doesn't it?
No.
Exactly. So it's just gonna be fun. It's just gonna be like everything square.
It's pretty much entirely shot on green screen.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
The live action CGI-ness looks awful. The story is nonsense, but occasionally, from the 5 writers that worked on it, they come up with some funny lines, and really like I think the line deliveries as well. Like Jack Black and Jason Momoa, they're kind of having quite a lot of fun together.
Yeah.
So it's a tough one. It's like I think you shouldn't watch this film and support in how bad it is, really, even though I know that's ironic because I went and saw it, but like this film's doing massive numbers at the box office. Other films,
300 million?
It's past 300 million in 4 days at the time recording.
Do you reckon it'll hit $1 billion?
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll surpass Mario, probably.
Because
it's had the biggest opening.
It's bigger than Mario, isn't it? Like in terms of money.
Yeah, unless it kind of drops off, unless it's all hype and TikTok is shut, and then it just drops off because people realize that
Yeah.
it looks awful. Yeah, don't want to say really it, like I could probably come up with a premise better than what this film is. Okay, I'm not saying I'm the best ever, but like there was a game, a Telltale game that came out a few years ago called Minecraft Story Mode,
Yeah.
which was basically just a collection of characters that existed in the Minecraft world that just had adventures in that world.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
you embrace all the Minecrafty things around you, and that's just how the world works there.
Yeah. What was the premise of the movie?
This is Jumanji, basically. So you got real people in the real world that find a hoodicky portal bollocks, special magic orb. They call it an orb even though it's square, so it's always confusing. And then they open up the portal. It's obviously about Steve, who's Jack Black's character. He opens a portal and he falls into the Minecraft world.
Does he get stuck there and he's Steve and he comes back with people? Or
He gets stuck there. So slight spoilers for the film. He gets stuck there. And then the doohickey, he basically manages to throw it back to Earth, essentially, that way. And then he's trapped there. But the portal finds its way eventually somehow to Jason Momoa and this brother and sister who are living without their parents, and this random woman that I don't know, she's the estate agent. She kind of joins them as well, but in a very weird. And they fall into the Minecraft world, and they meet him, and they have to unite with him, and they have to defeat the big bad and save Minecraft world and get back home or whatever. So it's like Jumanji. And there's also a side plot which is completely it's pointless until there's a payoff in the credits, but there's a side story about a villager who finds its way into the real world and meets a teacher, and they kind of fall in love.
Of course, as you do.
It's just so unnecessary, but it is kind of for a payoff that's quite funny. But I don't know if having multiple scenes is worth it. It's got a lot of Minecrafty things in there, but it's also kind of willing to ignore some stuff as well. Like it picks and chooses what it wants to use and what it doesn't. There's a lot of like generic, really shoddy looking fight scenes with like chart music playing.
Yeah.
Everyone loves those sorts of things, but when it gets done like 5 times, you're like kind of over that.
As a Minecraft player for years. And years, watching it, are you like, this director has just got the job and, like Jack Black, maybe just played Minecraft for a bit and then to do research and then just done it?
Yep. It doesn't feel faithful.
Yeah.
Like Mario, fair dues to it, not the best film in the world. It did look and breathe and feel like Mario.
Yeah.
It felt like a love letter to Mario. I'm not asking for like 50 billion Easter eggs every 10 seconds, but it feels authentic to, like Last of Us as well. Yeah. Like Last of Us feels authentic to what that game was, and it respects its source material, and it kind of uses it. Whereas Minecraft feels like it was I could be wrong, but it feels like it was a very sort of brief reading of what Minecraft is.
Yeah.
And then they just went, let's make a sort of action comedy Jumanji-esque film.
Let's make money.
I mean, it's gonna make money, and it's made me want to play Minecraft again. So if you don't have Minecraft, you're gonna go out and buy it, or the merch and stuff that's out there, the popcorn buckets and the Jack Black action figures and the crisps with Minecraft stuff on. I wanted to really shit on it. I wanted to be like, this is the worst film ever.
Like before you saw it.
Kind of, in a way.
You wanted it
because it looks so. I think it looks horrific. Just to look at, I think the art direction of that film is baffling. But I can't, because I kind of had some fun with it, and there is some weird lines that I don't know if they're bad and funny, or if they're funny because they're bad.
Do you reckon in the long run that's gonna affect it though? Like because obviously if it's like a bad movie, some people in the future might watch it because it's so bad. But if it's like it's like fun, it's okay.
It's like mid, yeah.
It's like mid. It's like very low mid.
That's
it's like
true.
25%.
Then it'll have less.
It's like because it's trying to be good, but it's not.
I will say one thing is that I think what the difference is, what you're saying, is that I will watch a bad fun film over a boring film.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I think Minecraft at least has that for like Megalopolis is very dull for me anyway. I found it very dull. It was a hard, slow watch. I'm not gonna watch that film.
Also, a question: do you because I mean I've played the creative mode, but I haven't played much survival or anything like that.
Yeah.
As someone who plays it compared to someone who doesn't play Minecraft, what do you reckon their experience would be? Do you reckon like I would find it fun and like a better overall movie than you would, or would you think I would find it worse and less enjoyable because there might be stuff that I don't understand? Or
oh, that's a good question. I don't think it's to the point where it's insulting if you've played a game, and it like really it's not quite at the level where it's taking the piss out of what it is, and I think that's when you get into dangerous territory. But then it's like, it's got. I think you'd have to be really in the dark to not understand Minecraft like at all. Like if you never saw Minecraft in your life, then you might be a bit like, this is a bit weird. Yeah. But if you know kind of the basics of what that game is meant to be, then I guess it wouldn't affect you. And an example I kind of was comparing it to was, I'll see if you can get this actually. So Jack Black's been in lots of video game films, right?
Okay.
How many can you name?
Video game films.
Video game adaptations.
Have they had main releases like in
cinema releases? Yeah. For me,
really?
I will count. There is a set of films that are technically not video games, but they're still game adaptations.
I mean, he was in obviously Mario movie.
Yep.
As Bowser.
Yep.
God.
There's not that many. I'm making it seem like there's like dozens, but there's not. But there is a few.
Not I can.
So you got Mario. You obviously got Minecraft movie, which just came out. If you want to count Jumanji, you can, but I'm not counting it because it's not a video game. No, but it's. Yeah. And then there's one that came out. I think. Time is weird. I think it was last year. It might have been the year before. Time is all over the place. Borderlands.
Oh, was he?
So he was the voice of Claptrap in that.
Oh yeah.
That film looked ugly. Was boring, but also didn't understand its source material at all. At least Minecraft gets some of it.
So Minecraft was better,
much better. Borderlands.
How much did Borderlands make? Did it make a lot?
It flopped. It bombed. It didn't make any money. It lost money.
So people didn't actually like go to see it because it's Borderlands. They just saw the reviews and they were
I think there's that, and also the fact that if you look at Borderlands, that trailer for that film, it does not seem like it knows what its source material is.
Yeah.
Whereas Minecraft, you hear the music, you see the sheep, you see them cutting down. It's really weird, but you see them like cutting wood and placing it down, and you're like, oh, I get it. So yeah, my review, it's not that bad. I think kids deserve better films, right?
Yeah.
Also, the trailers were quite funny because it was How to Train Your Dragon, live action one.
Yeah.
Which I'm mixed on. I think it's unnecessary. I think the trilogy is amazing, but it is by the same director that did the film, so I'm like, okay, maybe. And then Lilo and Stitch live action as well. I'm like, wow, is this all cinema is now?
Hopefully by 2030 the live action will.
Well, Snow White's bombed, right?
Well, yeah.
It hasn't bombed. They haven't made any money. So I reckon Disney. And apparently, I don't know if you saw an article the other day. Tangle's been paused.
Yeah.
The live action Tangle's just been put on ice.
I mean, I think that's only because of the probably the like political stuff surrounding Snow White. I think like Lilo and Stitch will do really good.
Yeah.
I think How to Train Your Dragon will do really good.
By the look of it, I don't think Lilo and Stitch is not going to be that bad either.
Which one?
Lilo and Stitch. By just watching a trailer, I'm like, okay, this doesn't look like rubbish.
Yeah.
Again, unnecessary, but
It's it's
do you think Snow White will be a wake-up call for them, though?
What's the huh?
Do you think Snow White will be a wake-up? We talked
No.
about it, yeah, Snow White.
No, they're just not gonna. No one's gonna hire Rachel Zegler or whatever her name
That's
is
true. Yeah.
ever again. Whether it was her own doing or they were trying to get told her to say those things to make her raucous about it, to try and get people to go see it. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But who knows? Because it's just really weird. Because they were both like saying stuff, weren't they?
Yeah,
Gal Gadot
opposite sides of the fence as well.
No, yeah.
So what's going
it's
on?
a bit strange. It's the only like film. But yeah. Was it? Yeah. Do you know? If they're making any new films that aren't live action, like animated new films, like because
Disney.
Yeah, because Strange World was their last one, was it? Or
Ooh.
like in 2022?
I know, obviously, Pixar have got
Because they've got Elio coming out.
coming out. Yeah.
Um.
Zootopia 2, I think, is their next one,
Oh yeah.
right? If I'm not mistaken.
But still, that's not really original. That's
No, that's what I'm saying. It's a
um,
sequel.
sequel.
It's IP. Let me just do a quick
That'll
check.
be interesting to know. That's not live action. That's original. That's confirmed as well.
Oh damn! I haven't seen. Have you seen Encanto? Haven't seen Encanto.
Oh,
I've
Encanto's
heard
good.
It's actually quite good.
It's really
I
good.
know Wish is meant to be poop, but
Oh, I haven't seen Wish. But yeah, Encanto was good. Some good songs.
okay, this is only showing up till. God, yeah, I need to catch up. I haven't seen Frozen 2, Encanto, Wish and Moana 2. I need to catch up on.
You haven't
those.
seen Frozen 2?
No.
Damn, saw that. in
I really
COVID.
liked Raya though. I like Raya.
Oh, Raya and Last Dragons. That's great.
Or what
I
about a
love
ranking of Disney animated films? That could be a.
Yeah, next podcast,
That's a
guys.
chunky topic. That is.
Jake just came up with the next podcast.
You heard it here and Pixar, I reckon.
That's a separate one. Actually, Pixar's like smaller.
That's a 7-hour special. Anyway, we've been going for quite a while, so we'll wrap up there. But
he
yeah,
really wants to get into this Disney stuff now.
yeah, we'll see how the Minecraft movie does. It's going to do really well. Yeah, I think
What's your final prediction of what it's gonna?
the money.
The money. Because
Let me check Mario. I think it did 1.3, right, Mario? Let me double check because that's my easiest comparison because it was,
yeah, highest grossing films of all time. Because
1.3 billion is what Mario made.
this is what Mario made. That's insane.
Oh, it's a sequel coming out next year.
Sequel for Mario? Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
My guess is going to be. I think it's too shit to do that. I don't know. I can't tell.
Do you think it'll fall off a cliff? Like,
That's what
sort
I'm
of-
thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm thinking like, who hasn't seen it yet? It seems so many people are going to go see it. It's like, who hasn't seen it yet? Who's going now? So yeah. What did Mario make?
1.3.
1.3 billion.
I think Minecraft is going to pass 1, but it's not going to pass 1.3. That's my prediction.
Why is it not on the... Oh, there it is.
Take it to the bank.
There it is. Oh, just briefly talking about highest grossing films. Have you seen that Chinese film?
What's it on
Nizar
now?
2.
What's that now?
2.1 still, but it's overtaking Star Wars, and it's about 100 million off from Titanic, and it's still in cinemas apparently.
That's crazy.
Crazy
That's
news.
crazy. And apparently it's good. So
Yeah.
usually the top ones are good, right? I don't think
Yeah.
you can have a film in the top 5 that's
Yeah.
like a 50 on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't think that can happen. But yeah, so
Till next time.
yeah.
Fellow
Thank you
listeners.
everyone for listening. Yeah, that's it really. Keep seeing those screens.